Chapter 48. Liam's POV. We won. 74. 55 vouchers. The final buzzer sounded, the crowd roared, my teammates crashed into each other on the ice, but it barely registered. Someone clapped my helmet. Someone shouted my name. I lifted my stick automatically, went through the motions like muscle memory had taken over where my mind refused to go. Because something was wrong. It had been gnawing at me all game. A tightness under my ribs. A low, constant hum of unease I couldn't shake no matter how hard I hit, how fast I skated, how clean the plays were. Every time I glanced up at the scoreboard, my first instinct wasn't pride. It was to check my phone. Angela hadn't messaged me or even called before my game. I was disappointed, but I ruled it out. Maybe she was busy, maybe she had something to do. I felt uneasy, but I decided not to read any meaning to it at all. There was a perfectly good explanation for this. The locker room was loud, music blaring, sweat and adrenaline thick in the air. I peeled off my gloves, grabbed my phone from my bag, and dialed Angela before I'd even fully sat down. The call went straight to voicemail. I frowned. That wasn't normal at all. I tried again. It still went straight to voicemail. She's probably asleep, I muttered to myself, unlocking my phone and typing a quick text to her. The game's over. We won. I wish you were here to see it, but we'll watch it together when I get home. Call me when you wake up, Angel. I stared at the screen, waiting for the delivered checkmark to turn into a reply. It didn't. Something was definitely going on. I hated not knowing though. On the bus back to the hotel, I tried again. And again. Voicemail. 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 My knee bounced uncontrollably as the city lights blurred past the window. I checked the time. It was late, but not that late. Angela was a night owl. She always answered. Or texted. Or sent some sarcastic comment about me being dramatic. But this time, there was nothing. My teammates noticed and asked, and I told them. Some said the same thing, she was sleeping, but I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it one bit. By the time we reached the hotel, my hands were shaking. How many times have you called her? Marcus asked quietly, dropping into the seat beside me. I checked my call log. 15. He whistled under his breath. Okay. That's a lot. She's not answering, I said, my voice too tight. She hasn't read my texts. She hasn't posted anything. She always sends me something. Even a stupid emoji. Marcus leaned back. Liam, you need to breathe. Maybe her phone died. Maybe she fell asleep with the TV on. Maybe she's at a movie. Monday, January 26th. Chapter 48. 55 vouchers. She doesn't go to movies on weeknights, I snapped, then immediately scrubbed a hand down my face. Sorry, You're spiraling, he finished gently. I get it. But you're jumping to worst-case scenarios. I nodded like I agreed. I didn't. Because this wasn't anxiety. It was instinct. The same one that told me when a hit was coming before I saw it. The same one that made me duck, move, react. Something had happened to her. I waited until Marcus went to his room before I booked the flight. The earliest one out. Red eye. No hesitation. No second thoughts. The coach would lose his mind. The team would talk. Fines, suspensions, whatever came with it, I'd deal with later. Angela mattered more than hockey. On the plane, sleep was impossible. I replayed every conversation we'd had before I left. Every word. Every pause. The way she'd hesitated on the phone the night before. The way she'd said everything was fine too quickly. The fact that I knew she was lying but didn't push for an answer. I should have known better. I should have seen through her words and gone home. The world could wait when it came to her. Ethan's face surfaced uninvited. His obsession. His entitlement. He was on leave, sure, but that didn't mean he was harmless. By the time the plane landed, my jaw ached from how tightly I'd been clenching it. I hailed a cab. The driver was a huge fan, but I didn't pay attention to him. I just wanted to head straight home. I wanted to see her on the couch, maybe sleeping. Or maybe she wasn't with her phone. Anything else was a game changer. The apartment was dark when I unlocked the door. Silent. Too silent. I flicked on the lights, my heart hammering harder with every step. Angela, my voice echoed back at me. Her shoes weren't by the door. Her bag wasn't on the chair where she always dropped it. The couch pillows were untouched. The throw blanket folded neatly, exactly how it had been when I left. Her car wasn't in its spot downstairs. I had wanted to get her a car when she moved in, but she had outrightly refused, stating that she didn't want to be a charity case. So when she landed a huge contract for her company and they gifted her the car, she was so ecstatic about it. I was proud of her accomplishments. I had made a mental note to add a tracker to the car, but it had slipped my mind. Fuck. I ran a hand through my hair, pacing. Checked the bedroom. Bathroom. Kitchen. Nothing. No note. No sign she'd been back at all. I headed out and went straight to the front desk at the estate we lived in, barely holding it together as I spoke to security. She left for work yesterday morning, the guard confirmed after checking the footage. But we don't have her returning. Cameras didn't catch her coming back in. My blood ran cold. I was already pulling my phone out to call the police when it buzzed in my hand. Unknown number. My heart slammed against my ribs as I opened the message. A photo loaded slowly. Angela. Her head was slumped to the side. Wrists bound to the arms of a chair with thick rope. Her hair was tangled, her face pale, eyes closed. A dark bruise bloomed along her temple. I stopped breathing. Below the 12:11 Monday, January 26 gr. Chapter 48. Image. A single message appeared. She's alive. For now. Let's talk about what you're willing to trade for her. 74. 55 vouchers. Something in me snapped. The fear didn't disappear, but it sharpened, hardened into something lethal and focused. My hands steadied around the phone, my pulse slowing in a way that scared even me. They thought this was a negotiation. They thought I'd hesitate. They were wrong. I typed back with fingers that didn't shake. You touch her again, and I will end you. Tell me where she is. I didn't know how far I'd go yet. I only knew one thing with absolute certainty, and that was the fact that I was getting Angela back. And whoever took her was about to learn exactly how dangerous love could be. Place. Tian. AD.